All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got hopefully another 10 minutes or less overview of what's in front of me. So it's the G60 i5 xDrive 40. It's a model year 25. Strangely enough, model year 25 for the i5 xDrive began production while model year 24 for the other two variants was still in production. So with model year 25, there are some changes to Electrify America. So that means this car in particular only has 2 years of free charging or 1,000 kilowatt hours of charging, whichever comes first. So probably translates to about 11 to 12 sort of fill-ups from empty to 100%, roughly 3,000 miles of range for charging. All right, so let's begin up front. So there's really no changes on the exterior from the other i5s. So we have our daytime running lights, which look more like quotation marks, dual headlight design, and then you can see the cornering light there. Then we got our grille, if you will, a faux grille. So badging in the middle there. So it's really not much function going on here. Then we got the parking assistance camera there in the front, off-centered, and sensors are in the middle here for either Driving Assistance Pro or active cruise control. Again, that depends on what model you're getting. Let's take a step back and take in the G60 in Oxide Grey, which is basically, looks like silver with some bronze flaking in it. Over on the side, we got the style 934s, which are 19-inch wheels. Basically, it's the base wheel that comes on the car. And that means you're looking around, at least for the xDrive version, about 266 to 270 in terms of miles for range. And you can see we have the floating center caps as well. Take a step back, taking the side profile of the G60. Then we can see 5 badging in the Hofmeister kink area. And this will be for the M5, we'll say M5 on it. Now, moving to the rear, very slim tail lights. Then i5 and xDrive40 badging in chrome. Our faux diffusers, of course, no exhaust tips on the electric version. So same battery size as the i4, roughly, about 81.2 kilowatt hours of capacity for usable capacity. We'll make our way inside, go over pricing and options. So we'll note i5 xDrive 40s were hard to come by for West Coast dealers for the most part. So all these ended up in Priority 5, which means any dealer can grab those allocations from other dealers who have basically said we don't need these or want them. Really simple process of grabbing those. Then opening up, we have the burgundy red perforated Vaganza, which I think looks really good against the Oxide Grey. Get your standard seats. I mean, it's pretty comfortable. It is manually powered. See, the head restraint is manually powered. Then really nice quilting effects and perforations, a little bit of contrast stitching. Then a manually powered crumb catcher here. Adjustments for lumbar, and then on the door sill there's really no badging here, which is really unusual for BMW. Usually there's like a BMW badge here, or maybe an i5 badge. Door card, a little more of that burgundy red, and then you got your interaction bar, very similar to what's on the G77 series. Then carbon carton sound system, which is standard on the i5. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on for now. In front of me, you got your standard steering wheel, which is the iX steering wheel. So it's a flat bottom, 2-spoke wheel. I think works pretty well with iDrive 8.5 live cockpit. And you got your heads-up display, and then the rest of the curved display. All right, so the trim here is the dark graphite trim with silver accents. I guess there's a little bit of silver flaking in the trim here. Then center console area, wireless device charging only on this side here. This is just nothing. Then you got your cup holders, USB-C charging ports. Got your drive selector nub, iDrive controller, and volume wheel. So starting price of the 2025 i5 xDrive40 is $70,100. The metallic paint adds another $650. Laganza is included. Driving Assistance Pro for another $2,000. Premium package for $23.50. Everything else included. So you got luggage compartment mat and then floating hubcaps. All told, MSRP of this particular example, $76,475. Let's go ahead and hop in the back seat real quick. Then optional is the Sky Lounge. So it's got the standard moonroof. Of course, I forgot to unlock the doors. So the advantage of the i5 is the door opening for the rear compartment, really wide. And I think it's probably the Goldilocks of the BEVs that BMW currently makes. And here's a view of the cockpit from the back seat. You got your moonroof shade open. Out back, strangely enough, there is no climate control zone. Now you can add that through BMW individual. It does not add any time to your order. Since Canada, it's an option easily added to your North American, USA order. Got USB-C charging ports here in the center console, and another USB-C charging port in the back of each of the front seats. And then the advantage of the i4, knee room, leg room, really, really good. And then headroom, really good as well. All right, let's move to the cargo area. We can use our kick to open. And cargo area, pretty generous size. You got our luggage compartment mat here. You can fold down those rear seats for even more room. And with the i5, you get a little extra space down below. It does come with everything you need to charge the vehicle. There's a flexible fast charger with a NEMA 1450 adapter. And with the xDrive, that means it's dual motors over the front and rear. So it translates to about 389 horsepower and 435 torques. So a pretty good bump in horsepower over the rear-wheel drive xDrive40. And torque is really good as well. Again, Oxide Grey did make an appearance on the M3 for, I think, one model year. It was also available on the G20 pre-LCI that was built in Germany, which is no longer the case. But that's it for a quick tour around the G60 i5 xDrive40. See you in the next video.